This is always a great way to get an underexposed image, is to shoot something in the foreground and meanwhile in the background is the sun. If you're not careful with the settings on your camera, it's going to automatically expose to get the sun correct or close to correct. And everything else, like you see in this picture, will be dramatically underexposed. Okay, so let's go ahead and fix this. And if you've seen our other video on overexposed images, there are going to be a lot of things that are basically very similar to that in the techniques we use, except only for one significant difference. Okay, first thing we're going to do is duplicate the background layer. Just simply copy it with the keyboard shortcut, Command J for a Mac or Control J on a Windows machine. And again, you could find that up here, Layer, New, Layer via Copy, and there's the keyboard shortcut. As I reinforce over and over, try to memorize keyboard shortcuts. They'll make your life in Photoshop so much easier. Okay, so nothing has changed because we simply copied the layer. Now what we're going to do is change the blend mode. We're going to change the blending mode to screen. That's going to lighten up all the pixels. Now that's pretty good. That's not bad there. Now I might want to try this one more time. Let's pull this down a little bit. I want to duplicate this layer and see what happens. It's going to lighten it again. Again, Command J or Control J. And automatically the blend mode is set to screen, and you see it's gotten lighter. That's not bad. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. I might try just one more just to see. One more time. Not bad. I'm going to go ahead and take that one. Okay. I'm going to take that. I'm kind of happy. You can see a lot of artifacts around here. This is a picture taken many years ago, before digital cameras actually came out. Yes, I've been into photography that long. This was shot on a Nikon F4 film camera, gorgeous camera. And then the film was scanned and into a digital file. In any event, here we go. First thing I'm going to do is collapse all these layers into one. And I'm going to turn off the visibility on the background layer, and I'm going to do a right click on one of these layers, and I'm going to merge the visible. Good. Merged them all into one. Now, as you see, if I take the opacity here and ramp it down, I'll be exposing more and more of the underlying pixels. And then back up again. Again, I kind of like my subject, which is the boat and the flag. And this, the middle ground here is not too bad. I can go back and fix this stuff easily in Photoshop. But I'm thinking now the sun is a little bit too overexposed. Again, if I turn off the visibility on this, that's kind of nice. That's a little bit more dramatic, isn't it? I kind of like that a little bit more. So what I want to do, I'm happy with the foreground now in terms of its exposure. Now what I want to do is reveal some of these underlying pixels on the background layer to make it the original kind of darkened up look. I'm going to click down here to add a layer mask. Then I'm going to, with the keyboard shortcut B, I'm going to select the brush tool. Again, keyboard shortcut B to get the brush tool. I'm going to make sure that my foreground color is set to black. And I kind of like the size of this brush. If I want to change the size of this brush, I could do it here. Clicking the slider for size, and also the slider for the edge hardness. Or what I could do is simply do a Control Option click and drag on a Mac, or the Control Alt click drag on a Windows to get this. If I do left and right, I can change the size, and if I go up and down on my mouse, I can change the edge hardness. So I'll go ahead and just keep it right about there, I guess. Now, I only want to reveal a little bit of this, not totally, so I'm going to drag my opacity down to, let's say, 30%. Well, 32, good enough. Now I'm just going to click and drag and paint all over the place here. And wherever I paint, it's going to take it down by that 30 something percent, 32%. So you can see what I'm doing here. Now I'm not going to spend a tremendous amount of time doing this because mostly I just want you to know the technique and then see what happened there? I did it again, right? Now when I did my second click over here, it took this part down by another 32. Now I want to go back because I don't like that effect there. I want to jump back one step, keyboard shortcut, Command Z or Control Z on a Windows machine. So now I'll come back here again and simply kind of finish this off. But again, I'm not going to spend a lot of time trying to make this absolutely perfect. I'm going to screw up this a little bit here, I'm sure. Just for demonstration purposes only. You get the idea. There we go. I kind of like that. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, actually. Okay, good. So this is a technique for fixing underexposed images, how to get them into a better state of exposure for your subject, and then go back to other parts of your image that have gotten too bright and you want to reveal the pixels underneath to darken them up a little bit. You can see on the mask right here where I have painted, and it is in this kind of a light grayish area. Very good. And if you wanted to darken it up even more, again, now give it a second swipe with maybe the same opacity, or change that if you want. Or if you want to reveal 100% of the pixels, uh, drag this all the way up to 100%, and when your foreground color is set to black, you will, let me go ahead and do that just so you can see it, reveal everything that was on that layer underneath. Okay, guys, that's about it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time here. You get the idea. So try out these techniques. Have fun with that. And we'll see you next time, yeah?